recording and streaming.
Welcome back to our 1-year reunion since our last D&D session special episode.
This gap just keeps getting larger and larger every time he tells the story.
We haven't played in a decade, but we're going to tonight.
Soon we're going to have that Titanic meme.
Since ought to.
Sadly, Keenan has passed, so this episode's in remembrance of him.
No. Oh, he'll be here shortly.
We've warned him not to get drunk and wander on train tracks many times, but he insists.
But he just really likes Life is Strange.
Yeah, it's his
he
favorite
can't help
hobby.
himself. Copies
And,
that all the time.
And so we'll remember him. Whatever that guy's name was.
We'll never forget you. Guy who played Sean.
We'll never forget you. Just,
Never forget you.
Anyway.
We'll never forget you, buddy.
buddy
Hey, guy.
buddy guy.
I just hope that someday he watches this episode and is like, guys, what the hell?
Well, when we had last left off, you guys had made your way to the Forbidden Antithenum. It's an old library or workshop belonging to Voltrax. You guys were searching for a rod piece here. You'd found an elaborate teleportation device in the center of the lab, but haven't used it yet. And it's labeled to take the party to Voltrax's private chambers. You guys made a deal with Endeavor Delver to help him deal with Malicent the Spider, and in exchange, he will arrange a meeting for you guys with someone who has a wealth of information about the Blue Veil. He also advised you guys that Mir and Varian, the angelic brothers that had one of the rod pieces, had been taken by the spider. And when we last left off, we had just ended a combat, and Algrex rushed into the next room, triggering another combat.
Brontosaurus. Algrex.
Brontosaurus Rex, if you will. Or I guess we could just call it Brontosaurus Algorex.
Heyo.
Yeah, and I'm hurting pretty bad here. Let's see. Maybe I should drink some potions while he's smashing through this wall.
Let's see.
Sure, can I drink a regular healing potion while he's breaking through the wall?
Sure, I don't see why that would be disallowed.
Okay. It's 7 hit points back. And with that, I'm out of healing potions. Though I think I hold our inventory. I'm just gonna search through and see if we've got anything in here. Oh look, there's 3 more common healing potions in here.
Well, I'm gonna have everybody roll initiative. Marcus, as you blast through the debris here, you find a wave of ghouls waiting for you on the other side.
Oh, well that's fine.
I guess I would roll my Brontosaurus dex.
Yes.
Oh, it has an initiative thing. There it is.
Let's see, there's my token. How do you use this game again? How do you roll 20?
How do you D&D?
What's my name?
Who are you people?
No, that's Sean. That's Sean's line.
We've all been infected with the Sean.
Who am I?
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
I don't know if I had any spells up. I don't think I did.
We'll never know. Somebody has a -2 on them, whatever that means.
That means I have 2 levels of exhaustion because, of course, I do.
Why would, of course.
Yeah, he was getting beat up by those wax mages. You guys remember the wax mages?
I do remember that they were not fun. I don't remember beyond that.
They were
I have
four.
no
There were
recollection.
4 of them, and we started in the middle, and they were all on the outside, just peppering us with spells. So we had to like split up. It was crazy.
It's crazy, man.
I think it's amazing that I have 2 levels of exhaustion, but still have plenty of health. I mean, for me.
Yeah, well, a lot of help for you is like everybody else being on death's door.
Pretty much.
The old Takoran curse. Well, Jay, it looks like you're up first.
Well, I think I'll come over here then. And I still don't see anything. So I guess I'm just gonna step to here and just wait for stuff to come through. If the Brontosaurus can't handle it. I guess I'll cast. Nope, I won't because I don't have that prepared. Sure, I'll use my once a day focus mind ability. Everybody that can see me gets a D4 inspiration die.
Woohoo!
Everybody but the Brontosaurus, because he's probably not looking over here.
All right, is that it for you?
That's it.
Cliff.
So with a -2, my movement's reduced by 10, right?
Correct.
Perfect. I'm going to move my entire movement speed rate of 15. And then I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds for all of us. So
Nice.
everybody take 18 healing. And then I'm gonna
That'll take me to max.
be exhausted. The Brontosaurus gets it too.
All right, Marcus, you're up.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Oh,
And
right,
as
not
a
up.
bardic inspiration or a bonus action, I'm going to give Marcus bardic inspiration.
There you go. Now we're all inspired.
Mm-hmm.
The most inspired Brontosaurus you've ever seen.
I'm gonna move up here and I'm gonna try and stomp on that ghoul above me.
Alrighty. Yeah, that'll hit.
33.
It's a ghoul puddle now.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
And 14 strength save throw knocked prone if he's not dead.
Oh, he's prone because he's a puddle.
He's prone. He's prone goo under your foot.
Ghoul pudding.
That's it for me.
Or maybe just gruel.
I don't know what Sean does.
Neither
Well,
does
Sean
he,
does
so
also
it's
take-
fine.
Well, Sean does take 18 healing if he didn't too.
Oh yeah, Sean should take 18 healing.
Oh, you know what? I have 3 levels of exhaustion. So I'm just gonna mark that real quick. Where's the minus?
Sean's gonna walk over here and be like, "Oh, I don't know. I guess I'll just." Sean, see anybody? Sure, Sean will do Mind Sliver at one of them ghouls down there.
Do they even have mines to sliver?
How do I cast Mind Sliver? There we go, Mind Sliver.
Mine's liver.
Those are some dumbass schools.
I'm gonna retcon that I dashed to get here as my action, because otherwise I would not have had enough movement.
One, two, three, four. Those are all attacks at the Brontosaurus, so 2 of those I think hit.
Yep.
And you gotta make 2 DC 10 con saves. And you take 16.
Oh, I fell the first one.
Oh, you're paralyzed. I think
Oh.
does that make the second one a crit?
Yeah.
How do the rules work?
It's a guaranteed crit if it hits.
Alrighty, so that's 16, 24. Tell me another D4. 25 damage to the Brontosaurus.
Okay.
The armor.
The me. I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna dash to here. That's it. All I can do.
Kellen tier.
There. That's a lot of ghouls. What should I do? Firebolt. On to that first one in the middle there. 20 to hit.
Yes. On this one right here?
Yeah, just the 9 fire, not the poison. Poison's only for melee. And that'll be it.
And Cliff.
Is this any of this thing in here like difficult terrain or anything, or no?
No.
Here's my full complement of movement. I will pull out my pistols and I will shoot at this guy. Bang, bang. So that's a -2, right, to each of these? Because 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yes.
Is that how we're doing it?
Yep.
Basically just a -2, minus level of exhaustion for everything and then movement, right? Yeah. So 12 or 18.
Both hit.
11 piercing, 6 piercing. And the first one is magical if it makes any difference.
Cool. This music a little intense.
That'll be it for me.
Let's change the music here. The whole orchestra, choir, you know, a little much. This isn't like an opera type combat. I think we're good.
Did you bug me?
I'm now picturing the ghouls singing as a big opera.
Come on.
That's better. All right. You're not paralyzed anymore, right? I believe.
Right.
And that's your turn.
Yep.
Sean?
That's you.
Fuck! I'll do a mind sliver on him.
I thought you just went. I don't know, I guess.
I thought I just went too!
Oh, he saved.
Oh no.
One. You take 5 slashing damage and make a con save, Marcus. 2. Take 9 slashing damage, make a con save. 3.
Jeez, stop hitting me.
That'll miss. That'll miss, and that'll miss.
Yep.
Armor.
That's me. Let's see. I'm gonna move to right here. And uncorrupted.
Each undead creature that is within 30 feet of you. Make a wisdom saving throw or be turned for 1 minute. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's the DC?
15. Only 2 of them failed. That's crazy. That's insane. Okay, well anyway, 2 of them failed.
Alright, so... there's no turned symbol, so we'll just do there you go. That guy's turned, and the guy next to him is also turned. Boom, whoops. Boom, they're turned. Jay.
Move my full 15 feet. And do another firebolt at this guy. Uh, 16 to hit.
Yeah.
For 14 fire damage.
Dead.
That's it for me.
Clip.
I'm gonna walk all my full 15 feet of movement. I'm gonna go bang bang on this guy. Bang bang. 17 and 25. For 8 piercing and 5 piercing on this one.
Okay, the bottom one?
No, this one up here.
I see. 13. Cool. Marcosaurus.
I swat my tail at one of them. $28.
Which one?
This one.
He goes flying against the wall and becomes goo.
That's it.
Nice.
Oh, it's me, my turn again. Oh boy. I'll do a mind sliver, I think. Because I don't want to read Sean's other abilities.
I just don't remember anything else right now.
Well, Marcosaurus can take an attack of opportunity if he wants, because these ghouls are running away. It's their turn.
13?
13 will hit.
22.
That will kill one of them.
It will kill.
And this ghoul's gonna try to attack the armor, and this one's gonna attack the brontosaurus. 18 to hit the armor, 12 to hit the brontosaurus.
Hell no.
All right, armor time.
Oh, nah.
I'm not doing all that right now.
Alright. I will. Whoops. There we go. I will bonk the ghoul in front of me with my S word. No radiant. Sorry, no smite. So 15 slashing, 6 force. 21 total. Is he alive?
No,
He's not alive?
he's unalived.
Again.
Alright,
He's
I'll
already
go
alive.
to,
He's unalived.
I'll go to this one. He's running away, isn't he?
He is.
So do I have advantage on the attack?
Sure, I don't think it's gonna matter.
I have to smite because I have to.
No, you really don't.
I do. I do.
I don't have to, but I do.
That's 22 plus 15 is 37 plus 12, 49.
He's just barely still up.
Is he really?
No.
Not even a little bit.
And that's it for me.
You killed him
Killed
so
you.
hard, he's still alive. Over here. No, firebolt that one. Kill him with cantrips. 14 to hit.
Yep.
10 fire. That's it for me.
Cliff.
And waddle up to here.
God, we're moving at the same speed right now. That's not right.
I don't think. Is that true?
It
Bang.
is. It is
Bang.
true. It's just
12 and 15.
Yes and yes.
8 and 5. Oh no, and 4. That's not
He's
great.
dead.
BRB.
So between the brontosaurus and the pistols, I think anybody that's in here knows we're around.
You guys have cleared out most of the dungeon already. Ah. Damn it, this bot no longer supports YouTube audios.
I hate it when they do that.
Why is YouTube so weird? Just let us use your stuff, YouTube.
Because they want the ad revenue.
Greedy bastards.
I agree. Since when did running a business become about money? If I want to play D&D Dungeon Ambience 10-hour loop, I should be able to do it, god damn it. Alrighty. Well, you guys are able to proceed as desired.
Does that mean we're going to proceed to a short rest?
Looks like Marcus is ready for another fight.
I don't need to rest.
me either, really.
How I hit a wall.
I'm gonna take the 3 off of me because I want to see my character. I remember that I have 3 exhaustion.
Do I see anything interesting going on up here?
Nope.
Okay.
Marcus, down there you find another teleportation disc for the teleportation machine.
Oh, okay, I come back this way.
What does the disc say?
What the disc say?
Beep, 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 beep.
It is labeled as Gorheim.
Does that mean anything to either of
Gorheim.
us?
You make history check if you want.
It's a Heim for gore.
Damn, he's figured it out.
Brontosaurus remembers.
I got a 10. Jay got a 12.
It means nothing to either of you.
Brontosaurus got a 15.
Just
He might
out
have
of
been around during
curiosity,
that
would a
time.
26 have done it?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I'll tell you who knows, Thomas. You know.
I don't know. I've never spent a second preparing a campaign. It's all improv off the dome.
Uh-huh. Sure it is.
Improv.
What's the point
Improv.
What's the point of preparing a campaign when your players are just gonna do the opposite of whatever you plan?
You make a good point. I guess we'll take a short rest while the Brontosaurus is on patrol.
Brontosaurus is bored. He's gonna turn back into Algrex.
Oh, thank God.
Hard to take a short. It's hard to take a short rest with all that.
Yeah, try to find a small corner that he won't be likely to stomp on.
Quit pacing. You're stressing me out.
Well, look who's here.
It's me.
Oh,
He's not dead.
We dedicated this episode to you in your remembrance because you
Oh,
died.
Wow. Don, it was good knowing you.
Oh, not Sean.
Oh, me.
You.
Oh, even better.
No, Sean didn't die.
Did I find
At least he
anything?
doesn't think he did.
Honestly, he doesn't
In the
remember.
afterlife now.
Are we able to complete a short rest, Thomas?
You guys may complete a short rest.
And were there any secret passages down there or anywhere over here?
No.
Okay.
And we still haven't found the shard.
Oh, hold on. I gotta look up my short rest stuff. I mean, actually, I don't really need it. It only helps with hit points, and I don't need any of those, so I'm okay. But if there's anybody else,
I
I'm
do.
using it.
I'm going to use that to recover some spell slots.
So anybody who uses hit dice in a short rest regains 1d8. And I think it's 1d8 and 1d6? Hold on. Yes. An extra 1d8. Oh no, we're 9th level now. An extra 2d8 hit die for anybody who expends.
We're
Hey,
9th
die,
level?
sure.
I thought we were 10th level.
Oh, well, my thing kicks in at 9th, so I should say we're at least 9th level.
Okay.
Man, it's interesting that how useless that ability would be if we didn't have these rest rules. Because like if you're playing normal D&D, like you're just gonna heal the full anyways all the time. So it's like,
Yep.
what's the point?
Yep.
Yeah, rolling up anyway.
Nah, close enough.
Oh God.
See, it was Brian that got me sick.
Brian. How could you?
I'll do Arcane Recovery. 5 spell slots worth of spells back. I guess I'll just take a 5th level spell slot back. Just in case we want to do Teleportation Circle today.
Well, you guys let me know when you're done with your resting abilities or number calculations.
I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
I am done.
I'm done.
Also, I know it's been a while for all of us, so just as a general reminder, at the end of the last session, that Callantyr had that physical transformation with all the black, like the inky black tattoos.
That is true.
Callantyr turns into a Slayer of Ball.
You mean
Calendur's
a
pretty
ball
strong if-
spawn?
Calendar can kill Ball.
Also, but sometime this month, Roll20 is going to completely overhaul the character sheets, so we'll see how that goes.
I am opposed to change, but most of their changes have actually been good as far as the UI goes, so we'll see.
They've been doing better.
Yeah.
As long as they don't delete everything and restart it all.
Yeah,
Oh,
was
that would be quite an uproar. I think they would get.
Yeah.
I would just switch to another platform. I would lose too much shit to.
Yep, to deal with that nonsense.
Yeah.
Thomas
I'd
would be
lose
like,
so much.
finally, I'm free!
I might kill myself if that happened.
Oh no.
I'm kidding.
Is it that bad being free?
Some people just get used to their chains.
I guess so.
It's like Game of Thrones when the slave comes to Daenerys and asks if he can be a slave again.
Grey
Yeah.
worm.
No.
The guy who was the teacher.
Yeah, he's like a tutor for kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he's like,
I don't think I'll be able to remember his name, but I can picture his face. He's got the white beard that goes all goatee that goes all the way around. Yeah. The young may revel in the new world, but for those that are too old to change, there is only fear and squalor.
alrighty, well, what would you guys like to do?
Well, we got what discs do we have for the teleporter?
You have one that says Office Chamber, and then you have one that says Gorheim.
Have we gone to the office chamber yet?
Nope.
I believe we tried to, and that's when the candle guys interrupted us because they didn't want us to do that.
Oh well, we should go to the office chamber now.
Yeah.
I don't know about Gorheim. I don't know if we want to go there.
Only if we need to.
Did we get exhaustion back for the short rest?
No.
I didn't think so.
We can get 1 point of exhaustion replenished on a long rest if we spend a hit dice for it.
That's right. It's all coming back.
Yeah. So if we did a full rest in a town, we can get rid of all of our exhaustion. Anyway, yeah, let's go back to the teleporter. We've thoroughly searched this place, so let's go check out the office.
All right, let's do it.
So somebody's gonna insert the teleportation disc for the office, I'm assuming.
Yep.
I will do it. I did it.
You insert the teleportation disc and watch as the machine whirs to life, spinning arcane blue energy pulsating out of it. Eventually, it creates a shimmering arcane doorway. Stepping through it, you find yourselves in a large private library. Soothing harp and classical music begins to play around you, and you can see stacks and shelves of books that surround you. The room is warmly lit with various torches and lamps set around.
It's a big office.
And he's got a lot of paperwork to do.
An important man.
No.
Nerd. How about you study getting some bitches?
Does this symbol on the floor look at all important?
Doesn't look like any particular symbol or
It's
sign.
a design.
Yeah, it's just a floor design.
I guess it's time to turn this place upside down.
At the end of the room over here, you see a large stone statue, the base of which contains a small chest that is made of transparent glass-like material. And inside of it, you can see a cylindrical piece of the Rod of Seven Parts.
That chest is definitely unlocked and not trapped. We should just open it right up.
I would like to
I would like to
cast.
investigate it for traps.
Oh,
I
you
would
little
like to
face.
detect magic on it.
Brian's judging you all.
I don't think I can.
I'm just running around the edge of the room, seeing if Myth
Oh,
Brender
I mean,
popped
I
up
can
anything
detect
for
magic
secret
if you'd like me to
passages.
see
Oh
it
yeah,
there.
I can. I got it. I didn't remember if I had it or not. I want to detect magic. I want to detect if there's any magic on the box, and if there is, what kind of magic.
I guess there's magic on the box.
What kind of magic?
It's of the I'm gonna explode your face because it's a trap school of magic.
Conjuration.
Probably. Conjuration, so it's gonna spawn
Oh.
shit.
It's gonna summon something crazy when we open it.
More wax mages. Yay!
You can make a dispel magic check.
I can't.
Yeah, if you're. Oh, I thought you were casting dispel magic.
No, I cast and detect magic. I don't have any level 3 spell slots left.
Oh, that's good.
I'll cast the spell magic at level 4.
Okay, make a dispel magic check.
Is that just a straight?
Yeah, just your whatever your modifier is, so intelligence or charisma, whatever it is.
I don't think that's good enough.
The magic is not dispelled.
I'm gonna try again. I don't think that one worked out very well.
Do you have enough spell slots?
Yeah.
Good. Nope.
Oh,
You're getting better every time, though. Keep going.
Since Sean is egging me on, I'll do one more. At 5th level this stuff.
I don't think casting it at higher level matters unless you actually meet the level that it's
Meet the level. That's
I believe
correct.
so, yeah.
Well, I'm only casting at higher level because that's the only spell slots I have left at that level. Okay, that's it.
Man.
Thank you, guys.
You know what it conjures? A giant middle finger. It's like,
Wait, do I still have the inspiration that Cliff gave to me when I was a Brontosaurus?
Sure. It's like a D10, right?
D8. D8? D10? You know what? It's been a hot minute. Let me look.
Might be D10 by now.
It might be. Bardic Inspiration is D10 right there in front of my sheet. I'm glad I wrote that in there. It is a D10.
God, I'm so smart.
Wow.
I'm gonna go sit in this corner over here and just kind of like
You spend too much time as a Brontosaurus.
keep my finger into a circle, just draw a circle on the ground.
What are these little disc thingies? Look almost like a compass or an arrow or something.
They're basically like what's the word? Is it an astrolabe? Is that the word?
Astrolabe?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's an astrolabe.
Hmm. Are these all like books and scrolls just scattered everywhere?
Yes.
Can I make an investigation check to try to get more information about the trap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make an Arcana. What language? Make an Arcana check, Palantir.
Oh boy.
It's gonna summon something. You can see some more information there that you're just having a brain stump on.
I'm just
Like,
real
oh man, I
exhausted.
could totally figure this out, but I'm so tired. Not my best self right now.
Sean would like to just start searching through books for any book that looks important or sounds fun.
I'll do that too. Found them sulking.
He needs to replenish his fantasy novels. Pretty sure we use them for something.
Romance novels.
Ooh, yeah. Branch out.
There's all kinds of books here. Is there any particular kind you're looking for?
Dust
Probably,
Club.
Good book.
probably anything that seems magical, maybe.
None of the books that you go through seem particularly magical. They cover a large variety of topics. The book titles range from, the aquatic realm, secrets of the ocean, to lost labyrinths. There's a lunar codex about stars. There's a Feywild beast's guide.
There's a moon codex about stars?
Lunar codex.
Yeah, it means moon.
The moon's a star, basically.
Remember,
It's
shoot
just-
for the moon, because even
just-
if you miss, you land among the stars.
That's true. Shoot the moon and hit the
Then-
stars.
And then as you're floating through space, you slowly or quickly suffocate and die and
Mm-hmm.
freeze. And
An absolute win.
agreed. Oh, good books.
Go with the chair, Aubrey. Stop hovering. Go with the chair. Stop hovering.
Well, the only thing I can think to do here is
Leave.
sort of actually. That's sort of my plan. Is I can cast teleportation circle to where it is like, one turn away from being completed, and then we can try to smash and grab and then try to leave before whatever summoned can really attack us.
Interesting.
Or we could long rest here, get spell slots, and try to dispel it tomorrow.
That's also not a bad idea.
Not like anything's going to attack us in here.
mean,
Not entirely sure that that's true, but
Nothing's going to happen.
We could just open the chest and see what happens. TPK.
What could
TPK.
happen? What could go wrong?
so thus
It could
far that
summon a
is my
pit fiend.
least favorite of the plans.
I could summon a pit fiend.
Oh, it sounds so bad. We already fought devils.
We're like, hey, wait a minute, you were the guy that had the bounty.
You fought one devil, you fought them all.
Exactly.
Obviously, that's true.
All right, I'll set up the tent then so we can take a long rest. Also, where'd our music go?
I replaced
Good
it.
question. Sean,
Died.
Sean, you're on acapella. Get to it.
Ah, I will always love you.
Oh god.
So good.
Make it stop.
It's okay. He just forgot how to sing.
Nah, I don't think Sean ever knew how. A man can only have so many talents.
Well, without much trouble, you guys are able to set up your arcane tent, and everybody can complete a long rest. Remember that you get half of your half of your maximum hit die back. So,
Yay, I get one back.
Oh no, I'm still full health. How hurt is the most injured person?
I think we're all pretty close to full health wise.
Yeah.
It's the exhaustion.
I'm only missing 2 health.
All right, well, cool. Then I don't need to lay on hands anyone.
I mean, I'll still take the 2.
I mean, you're gonna heal it.
I mean,
Fine, I'll give
I
you 2.
could save the hit die, but I mean, I guess it's okay because we get
No,
half. of
I'll
our
give
hit,
you 2.
We get half of our hit die at the end of the long rest, right?
Yeah.
I'm not down half yet, so. But sure, why not? I'll take the 2. What the heck?
Okay, I give you the 2.
Now I don't have
Theodore
roll
has to
the
make
dice.
himself feel useful.
So lazy. All right. Down to 2 exhaustion. Let's go.
So we did finish the long rest then.
yep, you guys can complete a long rest.
And it's 1 hit die for 1 level of exhaustion, but we can only do 1 at a time.
Correct.
For a long rest.
I am going to attempt to dispel the thingy.
Go for it.
What do I need to roll?
Just charisma, not a save. Just flat charisma.
14.
Nope.
Try again.
Oh.
8.
Nope.
Okay, there's my level 3 spell slots. Next.
Perhaps an
22.
there we go.
You managed to dispel the energy around the magical box.
Can I investigate it now to see if there's any more mundane traps or locks or anything?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
23.
You don't see any mundane traps or anything.
And I'll grab it. And Algrex has the rest of it, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I'll toss it to you.
I'll grab it. And then, boom, I'll stick it together.
Dramatically. Da-na-na-na.
What? Algrex is evolving.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Man, I wish I liked any of the Pokemon games that were still a thing.
Pokemon.
There you go.
Ooh.
All right, so we now own 5. We know where one of them is with Spider Lady.
How many are there total?
7.
It's called the Rod of 7 Parts.
So clearly there are 13 parts.
Boy, that glaive does some.
The 7 pieces of 8.
It's Mighty 9 rules. The number of times they pull the Mighty Nine gambit, like, there was 9 of us before.
Yeah. I love that.
I should really watch that show at some point.
Would you believe that I started rewatching that series again yesterday?
No, I wouldn't believe it. Sounds nothing like you.
I'm currently on episode 4.
Wait, you mean you did?
I did.
I would love to. I just don't have the time. Yeah, there's too many filler episodes, but I can't bring myself to skip.
To be fair, I do watch it on 1.5 times speed.
It's not the worst idea I've ever heard.
I mean, basically D&D is improv, so usually people are not super fast with it.
Alrighty, well, what would you guys like to do next?
Get the hell out of here.
Go to Gorheim.
I mean, you know what's funny is we could go to Gorheim and then teleportation circle back, just if we wanted to see what Gorheim was.
Maybe
I
we
mean-
could. Maybe we would show up and immediately be under attack.
We could just send like one
Yeah,
person
we're
through
level
the portal.
10. We're basically gods.
And Thomas, there weren't any secret passages or hidden ways in this area, was there?
No.
Okay.
I love that you have a secret ways detector.
I'm just glad that he always remembers to ask.
Yep. Never miss another hidden path.
Can't miss them if they're not there to begin with. Someday there will be one.
That's the cruel irony. You get the thing that detects secret passages, and there's never another secret passage in the game.
Uh-huh.
Well, by
That's
rule,
actually-
if he didn't tell us about it when we were there, then that means it could not have existed. What do we want to do next, guys?
Well, let's see. We gotta go to Maleficent. What is her name?
Maleficent? Yeah.
Malicent.
Maleficent. Yeah. We gotta go to Maleficent.
Figure out.
Delver wants us to do something about her. I don't remember specifically what he wanted us to do though. And she took the 2 guys with the rod,
the
the 2
Angel Boys.
celestials.
Like our
Yeah.
angel boys.
Like the Backstreet Boys, but maybe cooler.
Backstreet's back. Alright.
Did we? I remember Ummund asked us to do something before we go take out or try and take out Maleficent. I just don't remember if we did it. Or what it was.
I believe the only thing that you guys had discussed was dealing with the spider.
Yeah, but he had to create something first.
Yeah, I thought he needed our help to. I mean, I know he needed our help to actually use it on her, but for some reason I thought there.
Yeah, he didn't want to engage her directly, but he was gonna make something for us.
You're right.
to
He was
be able
gonna
to-
he was gonna create you guys some kind of weapon that would assist in dealing with her. Now I have to shift through my notes to remember what he asked for.
Probably gonna be something absolutely horrifying. It's gonna
I will be right back.
suck her soul out of her nose or something.
That'd be kind of cool.
It would be. You could put her in that glass orb.
Call it a soul neti pot.
That's the pot.
A neti pot. Have you ever seen one of those?
Yeah. Never used one.
I used one today, actually.
Gross.
I wished it would have helped more with my cold, but it only helped a little.
Well, see, it's because you didn't use the Robitussin pot. Although, that said, I go for Vicks.
Sorry, I'm looking through my notes here.
No rush.
Yep, same here.
Shit, I totally cannot find in my notes what I'm looking for.
Well, you're God. You can make it up whatever you want.
I know, but I had a plan. I just don't remember what it was. It's been so long.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Is Thomas pouring through notes?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna find it, I don't think.
Well, as long as we weren't supposed to be doing something while we were waiting, then.
You'll think
Guess
of
that's-
something new just in time to find the original note.
Yep.
I suppose so.
I'll go.
And then you're like, dang, which one do I like better?
And the answer is neither. You do a third option.
All right, we'll say you guys. You guys contact him, and whenever you're gonna be fighting the spider, and he will get a hold of you with the plan.
Way to buy time, Thomas.
Thank you. It's okay. I have a plan now, so we're good. So, whatever you guys want to do is up to you.
Well, we need to go find Maleficent. Or wait for her to find us, one or the other. And beyond that, we gotta go deal with the Drow lady. Is there anything else we need to do?
Only piece of the rod that's unaccounted for is with the drow lady, right?
I think so.
Assume?
Let's see.
we're assuming
Where's
that?
the riddle? Okay, so we just found where knowledge dwells and wisdom lies. Midst the ruins where many fell.
Oh yeah,
That's,
weren't we?
that's got to be the one up north, right?
I thought we were up north right now.
Well, but no, we're not.
Not
at
north
the
enough?
place. Well, north enough, but not. We're too far west.
Oh, I
Yeah,
get
wasn't there that big ocean water?
Show us the world map. If you would, please. Yeah, up here.
Above the
Near us.
desert.
Yeah, that's where drow lady's at.
Maybe she doesn't have one of the pieces.
I don't think we ever established that she had one. I think we were talking about that there was like a sunken city or something over here.
Oh, yeah, that could be.
Yep. You guys remember that there was Legend of a Sunken City in the top right corner of the map.
Oh, well, that's where we need to go now.
And we were at Inskirk when we heard about that, right? Which is why we went here first. It was closer.
Maybe.
It was either Inskirk or Brightfold, but we were taking Brother 2 to meet Brother 1.
Well, I can get us back to Brightfold.
Yeah.
True.
Save us a bunch of time. Don't we need to go back to Krigan for some reason, or do we not?
I mean,
Our ship thingies.
Aurochs are there.
Yeah, but do we really need them for where we're going?
Probably
I mean, we're going to be
not.
going underwater.
But they would cut our travel time from Brightfold to the water over there for quite a bit.
True.
You know what we could do, though? Is we could message somebody in Krigan and see if they can take our Aurochs to Brightfold. We could teleport back to Brightfold, and we could just stay there while we wait. That would be more efficient than traveling down to Krigan, grabbing the Aurochs, and then, because it's going to take us a certain amount of days just to get down to Krigan on our little, vehicle that we have.
True.
Either that, or we just go to Brightfold and see if they have, something else we can ride.
I don't have strong feelings, I guess.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Since we're still sort of beat up, we have exhaustion points. We can just go to Brightfold, take a full rest, maybe do some research, see if we can find any information about this sunken ruined city. Brightfold's probably going to be the best place for us to do that, right?
Probably.
Probably.
And Thomas, can I message? I'm going to cast Sending to one of our associates in Krigan.
Mhm.
And I'm going to ask if they would be willing to bring our Aurochs to Brightfold. And I'll tell them where our manor in Brightfold is.
They'd tell you that is a long journey that
Yep.
is very dangerous, so they expect to be paid very handsomely for doing such a thing. Let's see, they would do it for 300 gold pieces.
What's the estimated value of the two Aurochs?
They're like 75 gold each, and you have two of them.
It's not worth it.
Nope.
Well, we get horses or something in Brightfold anyway.
Yep. Not worth 300 gold shipping for two things that are worth 75 gold.
Oh, this is like their native area. We can just turn them loose.
Or just keep them in Krigan. If we ever come back
Oh, yeah.
this
Or
way, then
sell
that's
'em.
fine.
We'll be back for those someday, and then you just never show up.
I mean, to be fair, they did say that they would keep them for us, kind of in perpetuity.
True.
Because we saved the town, so, you know.
Yeah.
If we're ever back that way, and if not at the end of the adventure, we'll forget to send them a message, but, you know, say I sent them a message and said they could keep them or whatever.
Sure.
But yeah, for now, we'll keep them there. Alright. I cast Teleportation Circle. Brightfold. So first I'll cast Sending to Arya Moonpetal and let her know we're on our way and we'll be appearing shortly in her shop.
She's quite appreciative of the heads up, and you guys appear there. She greets you all, tells you that things have been going really well, and there's actually been a lot of new traffic from the city since it's kind of the only real safe haven now, as people are kind of just coming from all over, and Brightfold's now very popular.
Excellent.
They are starting to have some supply issues, though. There's so many people that they don't really have the food or infrastructure to deal with it, but they're trying to figure it out. But if you come across any food on their journeys that you could pay to have sent over, it'd be nice.
We do have quite a lot of gold. I almost wonder if maybe we could invest a little bit in Brightfold.
Turning into venture capitalist.
I don't know. You know, maybe we could see if anybody in the town is interested in being invested in for like maybe a hunting, you know, like a hunting clan or something. Put together some sort of hunters guild or something.
Animal husbandry would probably be the way to go for long-term stability. Like farm animals and stuff. It's more consistent than just hunting. But we could do like a farmers guild or something, maybe.
There you go.
How much of this land is arable?
A good amount. It's just the city's like so secure It's walled off. There haven't really been any farms started out there, so they just don't have the infrastructure for the farming, really. They just it'd be something that they'd have to start working on.
Well, we could give them money for infrastructure.
Yeah, it's been a while, but my understanding is we're kind of... Are we in charge of Brightfold, or are we just in league with those that are in charge of Brightfold now?
So you have your good friends, the Three Fifths Party, Tantib, Guimar, and Kennard that are technically ruling it, but you guys are the ones that liberated the town, so everybody just kind of does what you say. You're not in charge, but you rule by proxy.
Gotcha.
They are executives of our will.
Yeah, we're too busy to stay here and run the town. So these 3 retired adventurers run it for us.
It's just like that meme, you know. Oh, but we all know who's in charge here. Yes, of course. But me, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you.
Oh, you.
Chris versus Chris. Gotta love it.
So yeah, you guys could certainly do that. If you wanted to make a gold investment, you could do so.
How much do they estimate that they would need?
Let's see. To get started, anywhere from like 500 to 1,000 gold pieces to get wagons, carts, farming equipment, and then actually hiring staff to go out and start preparing the soil to be tended.
Are seasons a thing in this plane?
Not
Or
really.
is like farming time all the time?
It's almost never. It's not. It's kind of never farming time, but they just do what they can.
Seasons are depressing and then more depressing.
Seasons are bad. It's the bad season.
The seasons are, oh, it's bright. Oh, thank God, the sun's gone down.
I mean, I'm good with that. We've got a ton of money in the party loot. I don't have a problem giving them 1,000 of it. If you guys don't.
Not a problem.
Let's do it.
Sleep.
In fact, I might even encourage it.
We give them 1,000 gold, Thomas.
They'll take it.
And run.
Meanwhile, we got a whole bunch of stuff we can sell.
Here's 1,000 gold. Now I got some stuff to sell for you, to you.
Well, no, that's just investing it in the leadership. There's still going to be shops and everything within the town that has its own different economy. Still haven't run into Flea, by the way, which is a little bit frustrating, but oh well. I'm going to take 2 of the healing potions. There's one more, though, if anybody else wants one.
So how long are we staying in Brightfold for? Was our plan to just stay the day, or are you guys doing the
Let's do the full rest.
full rest?
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, 3
Get
full
everyone-
days.
Everyone cured of all their exhaustion and stuff.
At some point during your stay, while you guys are in the Brightfold Manor, you would be visited by Endeavor Delver, who has several objects like wrapped up in kind of a blanket and a piece of paper. He looks kind of disheveled, like he looks not as authoritative as he usually does. He usually just looks like he's always commanding the presence of anything around him. But he looks kind of tired and disheveled. He's like, "All right, I've been working on these." And he lays out on kind of your long dining room table these 3 silver-colored javelins. And he plops down a tome with a large red cover on the front of it. It's just this here's how you can deal with all types of nasty god, demigod, demon, prince issues. Had to work my butt off to get the god's approval to let me use it. They don't like us too much, but I did it. Not to worry, I'm just a bit exhausted. Basically, you stick these javelins in something, and once they're stuck in it, it makes it easier to do what's called an edict of banishment. And then once a creature has been banished through an edict, it can't ever return to the plane that it was banished from. Much easier than trying to kill a demigod.
So are you wanting her disabled or destroyed?
It's just out of my business is fine. If she's destroyed, if she's gone, banished, whatever. Works for me.
I forget how she was messing with his business. Or if she really was.
He just doesn't want her going through with her plans.
Why do you not want her to fulfill her plans?
I don't trust her, and I got a lot of enemies right now, so I don't need one of them getting stronger.
She is an enemy of yours.
Well, let's just say I don't like her potential to be an enemy, you know. We never gotten along. She gets godlyhood powers. Well, it's one more godly being that, you know, looks down unfavorably upon me. I got enough of that going on right now.
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
Nine.
That seems honest. Besides, I got a big voyage coming up. I gotta go pretty deep into the abyss. It's gonna take me a good bit of time. I'll be unavailable for a while. And, well, I just hate that when I'm disposed, if she kills you all, takes the ride, sends to godhood. It's just not something that I want to happen while I'm away at work.
You think she would do that?
I don't know. I don't trust her not to.
It seems strange to me somehow.
Tell me more about this ritual.
Well, basically, when you read the rite, it's an edict. It comes from Astudis. He's the god of law, so it's a godly proclamation. Normal creatures, if you use it on, you know, if I were to use it on you, you were to use it on a bullywug or whatever. Creature's banished from the plane, it can't ever return to that plane. The trouble is, if the creature's strong enough, it can be tricky, so you want to stick it with these spikes here. And for each spike that's stuck in it, it has a harder time resisting the effect. So ideally, you'd stick all 3 of these suckers in there before you give it a try. Essentially, that you have these long spikes. They function like spears or javelins. They can be stabbed into a creature, and for each one that is stabbed into a creature, it adds 5, or it adds 5 to the DC for it to not be banished. So if you stab all 3, it's plus 15 to the DC, which is basically almost necessary to actually succeed against a creature that's gonna have super high saves.
Ooh. I like that extra line.
So whenever you decide to use it, the creature has to make a saving throw to not be banished. You don't know what the DC is, but the DC is increased by 5 for each spike in it. And you don't just want to spam it, because every time you use it, there's a 10% chance that it disintegrates and can't be used anymore.
So what if we're fighting her, or we get the spikes in and we just roll real bad and it disintegrates on the first try?
That day.
Yeah, it'd be bad.
Yeah.
Then I guess we have to kill her.
Yeah, kill a demigod. Easy.
We're level 10. We're already gods, right?
Anyways, I'll mostly have to trust you guys to handle that. Like I said, I'm gonna be pretty busy for a while. I'm running some errands, but I'll check in when I can.
Do you know anything about the sunken city up over in that area of the map?
Oh, yeah, sure. I've heard of it. Sure, never been up there myself, but I mean, I'm aware of it.
Okay, never mind then. We think one of the last rod pieces is up there.
Well, it makes sense to me. It's pretty close to the Dreadmore, which is, well, not an area that I'd like to venture to.
Oh, also, have you heard of Gorheim?
Yeah, sure. So, kind of a big prison tower. It's where Voltrax locks up all his enemies.
No, so if we went there, we could have got some allies.
I mean, it's possible. I don't know.
Well, shit.
Good to know for the future.
Yeah, you can always go back.
Yeah.
If anyone's still alive in there.
There's something, will be.
Well, thank you very much for your aid.
Yep, I'll be gone for a little while out of action, but hopefully you don't all get yourselves killed or nothing.
Hopefully, indeed.
You use your thing to try to summon me, depending on where I'm at. May or may not be on the way. Like I said, I'm going to be busy, but
We'll do our best to be sparing.
Yep, see you later. He vanishes as he does.
This mission perturbs me.
In what way?
Millicent has not shown to be our enemy. In fact, she has been an ally to us.
So it would seem.
She also drug us here without our consent. And some of us are supposedly expendable.
She did not drag me here. But I understand what you say. I do not like being used by one god to do the bidding against another. is strange.
Well, what are the alternatives?
We have not heard Maleficent's side of the story.
Well, we haven't necessarily made any commitments or decisions yet. We could still decide to not go through with this plan if we decide ultimately that it's not in our best interest.
Well, were we planning on giving the rod to her like she wants when we get it anyway? If the answer is no,
Sure.
we may as well preemptively eliminate that problem because she will become our enemy if we do anything else with that thing.
She said she wished to use the rod to attain godhood, and then she would return it to us.
Well, I know what she said, but were we gonna give it to her?
I don't know.
I thought we were gonna give it to the Celestial Paladin guy in that other place. The name I can't think of at the moment.
Varian.
There you go.
Yeah, so just to summarize, 'cause it's been a while. Varian wants to use the rod to reawaken the World Tree, and just basically turn this realm back into an actual nice place to be.
Was that Inskirk?
Yes. And Maleficent the Spider says that she's fine with this, doing the same thing. She also is totally fine doing that, but then she would like to take the rod once everybody here's done with it, so that she can use it for her own purposes. And those are kind of your two allies or semi-ally options. And then obviously there is Silasara, who's Voltrax's disciple, who wants it for her own purposes. And she's basically said that she's confident you guys will assemble the rod and then she'll just get it from you guys when it's done, rather than going to collect each piece herself.
Mm-hmm.
And those are pretty much all the characters that you guys know that want it.
Well, I think our decision whether or not we do this should be predicated on whether or not we think we're ultimately going to make an ally or enemy out of her. Anyway.
What do you think we should do?
Keep in mind, Maleficent said all that shit while she was under a zone of truth.
Mm-hmm.
So
Could mean
unless
that she doesn't have some sort of demigod power to have that not affect her in a way we didn't
well,
notice.
you don't even need demigod power. You need to cast glibness on yourself. But unless she has subtle spell, she either had already had that up, or used subtle spell and did it in a way that no one noticed.
I was saying, as much as I would like to use that as a, the guarantee we knew she was telling the truth, I don't think we can.
Yeah. I have, I guess, two thoughts about this. First thought, if we try and get her side of the story, it's basically just going to tip her off that we're going to potentially attack her.
That's correct.
And I feel like a surprise attack is the only way anything's going to work out. And two, I wonder what the odds are if we give her the rod that Drow Lady, Salasara, is that what her name is?
Mm-hmm.
Would like make a deal with her. Like, I wonder how receptive they are to working together.
Drow
I'd really
Lady's
rather
gonna be
Salasara
dead.
not get anything. Hopefully. But we don't really know when we're going to get jumped by her.
That's a
She
good
said she's
point,
coming
though.
for us.
But Salasara is not going to be. She's going to be susceptible to Zona Druid. So if we can take her alive, we can try to interrogate her. Then again, she might just not say anything.
Also, if we side with Malicinth, we might be able to arrange for some sort of protection from Salasara. You know, as a
Maybe. I don't know if those two have any kind of arrangement or not.
yeah.
I'm gathering that Salasara is looking to bring Volthrax back, which I think Malicinth would not like, but maybe I'm wrong. Because
Malicinth might
Volthrax
not
was
care
trying
as
to
long as she
achieve.
gets what she wants.
Well, Volthrax was trying to achieve godhood, if I recall.
Yeah, no. Bringing back Volthrax is my job. No, I'm kidding.
If I recall correctly, Malicinth said that she wouldn't like consume the rod or anything in the attempt. So
That's
there's
what she
nothing to
said.
say that she couldn't then hand it over to Salasara. If that was true.
But then at the same time, there's no reason she wouldn't and might not give it to the Celestial guys.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know any like how they're being held in captivity, or you know, if she's treating them nicely or like throwing them in a jail, or
We could try to find that out.
does anyone have scry?
I don't.
Nope.
We have sending.
Hmm?
Could ask them.
Yeah, that would probably not be a terrible idea.
I think the last time I tried to cast sending on them, it failed. Is that correct, Thomas?
On who?
On the
I think you
Celestial Brothers?
I don't recall if you tried.
I will try to cast sending on the Celestial Brother that was captured by the spider.
The sane one.
Varian or Mir?
The sane one.
Variant.
What will you say to Varian?
We're contacting you about your car's extended warranty. Now,
President Joe Biden needs your help for re-election.
right.
Click the link below to donate your gold.
Make the shadow plane great again.
Just generally checking in with him about if he can confirm if the spider had captured him, if he knows where he is, and if he's being treated okay. He's still alive, all that good stuff.
He replies and says that he has been captured by the spider witch. He says that she didn't trust them to keep the rod safe, just the two of them, so she's taken it from them and captured them and isn't letting them go because she knows that if she lets them go, they're just going to try to get the rod piece back from her.
But he didn't answer if they're being treated well.
He says that him and his brother are cocooned in a magical way which sustains them, but they can't move.
Uh-huh.
Well, back to same old for brother number 2.
Yeah, I knew we should have just killed the Celestial Brother and just taken his rod piece.
Yeah, he even killed one of us.
He killed Cliff.
Look, that's not very impressive. Okay, I die very easily.
You're beginning to die very often too.
Oh yeah, you think killing me is intimidating? Anybody could kill me.
I choked to death on a fly once.
So it seems to me that kind of your guys' current options laid out ahead of you, where you can go talk to Malicinth or deal with her however you choose to do so. Otherwise, you can start heading northeast and make your way towards the sunken city where you know the last rod piece is. Or any other tasks that you guys come up with.
You know what we could do? We could try to test Malice a little bit here. This whole abduction really gives us an opportunity where she doesn't trust the Celestial Bros with it, but she's been putting her trust in us. So
True.
what we could do is we could try to strike a deal with her to release them and give us the rod piece, because we're already protecting those 5, sort of on her behalf, according to her, right? If she's willing to do that, then I think maybe she's worth, trusting, right? Like that's a sign of good faith. Maybe going through with Umman's plan is not worthy. But if she's not willing to give it up, like she's got the rod piece in hand, she's not giving up the Celestial, she doesn't trust us, then maybe she's not trustworthy to work with in the future for us as well.
Yeah. Because, well...
And I'd rather do that when there's still a piece missing in play, right? Because if it's an all or nothing bet if we've got all 6 pieces at that point.
Right.
But each piece that we get gives us more power. Makes us more powerful and makes it easier to get the other ones, so.
Yeah, it's a good
Just
point.
an idea.
Well, I think I like that. Because I don't trust her particularly, but I also don't particularly trust Almond because, yeah, he's been helping us, but he's also frequently had an agenda or not going to help for free or something,
Yeah, if I had to choose one, I would choose Almond, but you're right. It seems like, I think it was Cliff that said it. I don't really love being used by... No, that was you. That was you, Aaron.
Mhm.
Don't really like being used between the two.
And to be fair, she's not. At least in their squabble, she's not the one trying to use us. She's trying to use us in a different way. But both of them are trying to use us.
Yeah.
That's why I've kind of got them on an even playing field in my mind. I might trust Almond a little bit more, but only a little bit.
He at least so far seems to be a bit more upfront with the fact that he's using us.
He's less duplicitous. Well, no, she was straight up front with us from the get-go that she was using us.
Yeah, I mean, she might be more duplicitous, but it doesn't seem like she's being dishonest with us.
If she's been dishonest with us, she's been very clever about it and about very specific things. Like her intentions with the rod and stuff. But she pretty much said from day one, I'm using you guys. I want this rod. You're going to get it for me. And then I'll help you with problems that you have.
One other note is that we did also make an arrangement with the captain to try to help her rid herself of her vampirism. So
Yeah, we said we'd try.
Yeah, we haven't really done anything about that, but I'm just saying that's another thing on the list. Also, we never really dealt with the doctor in the north, but oh well.
The doctor in the north?
Yeah, the guy that was creating the husk people.
Yeah, so as a quick refresher, what you guys have learned about Volthrax's plans is that they're trying to create some kind of weapon called the embryonic vessel. And that's been a combination of various efforts, including this doctor guy who's been trying to create a physical body without a soul.
And is he at the Rot Run? Is that where he is?
He's somewhere north of that.
Well, we can deal with him on the way to Neroth or whatever.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
I will say Malicinth is the closest, but you guys could also start your journey northeast because that's a little ways away. Buying horses is also something that you could do. A draft horse for each one of you is going to cost 60 gold pieces.
I like the idea of trying to Jay's situation for Malicent. I like that.
What, going to talk to her? Was that the plan?
Well, his proposed deal.
I don't like that. I don't like that the Celestial brothers are in captivity. That's not cool.
No, but
she shouldn't have done that.
If she is,
I can
doing it
understand her
because-
reasoning, but
yeah,
the
the one guy
methodology
is a
is
fanatic.
maybe we should have her release the non-sane one and just release the legs of the insane one, and like the top part could be a straitjacket. There we go.
I don't like that one. He killed me.
I mean, he's still cray cray.
So it was super inconvenient.
Just leave the cocoon there as a straitjacket.
You can have your arms back when you're not crazy.
That's right. No arms for you.
yeah. We can. I like your idea for trying to get her to give us the piece and free the dudes.
All right. Well, then I guess let's go ahead and.
I mean, the worst thing she can say is no.
And when she does, we can stab her with those things.
Exactly. By the way, who's gonna try to do that?
Yeah, so it's really a two-piece
Me.
item. It's really a two-piece item. So there's the actual stabbing portion, and then for each one stabbed, the DC is increased on the banishment. So the banishment rite or the edict is like a separate scroll that someone would have to read.
And is that going to be
Doesn't-
based on the caster's DC?
Nope, so there's a flat DC for the actual edict itself. So whoever wants to try to read it can do so.
What's the DC for the edict?
You don't know, but it's increased by 5 for each of the spirals that is stuck into the creature.
And the sticky things, are those like strength?
They function as a spear, which is strength, or a javelin if you throw them.
So he's basically just rolled a hitter.
Yeah, with strength. So I think I should probably have those.
Yeah, that's you. And then I think Sean is probably our edictor.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say backup spear thrower.
Nope.
No.
We'll get Sean to hold the spear, and then I'll throw Sean.
There you go.
Sticker with it.
Cool. Well, shall we begin the journey over there then?
I guess we should.
Are we buying horses or no?
Sure. Why
We
not?
only
We
need
should
2
do that.
horses, right?
Well, a horse can hold 1 medium creature and 1 small creature.
Okay, so
Or
Jay's medium, I'm medium. Marcus can be in Tupperware. Brian and Sean. Sean's medium and Brian's small, so we need 3. Right?
The maths.
that math checks out. The math is mathing.
Okay, 3 horses it is.
It's 180 gold, however you guys want to divide that up.
Straight out of the party loot it is.
It does seem like a party purchase.
And I'm just going to put in the party loot that we have 3 horses.
Sounds glorious.
And off we go.
And we go off.
So you guys get a dapple gray stallion, who's very confident. You guys get like a brown-colored mare with kind of goldish skin that's a little skittish, and then you guys get a very, very large dark brown horse as well.
I'll ride the very, very large dark brown.
His name is Dennis.
Danus.
And he's a menace.
Named Dennis the Menace. Here we go. Boom, there's your horses. To be named in the future, I'm sure.
It's fine. We won't have them long enough to name them.
We're turning these guys into glue real quick.
So you guys will reach the spider's nest in one full day of travel, and then a second day of travel is when you'll reach. Somebody roll a d10. What'd you roll? I can't see it.
To 2.
I hope 2 is the one that we get to see Flea on the way.
To big 2.
It's always a 10. Please, always 10.
God damn it.
I can multiply it by 5.
Someday. We got money to spend.
And credit. That's why he's avoiding us. He owes us
Yeah, no
money.
kidding.
While you guys make your way towards the clearing in the woods, you can see there's this kind of circle made of boulders that you guys had previously exited from, with stairs that descend downwards. There's several like small spiders that are clearly keeping watch on the boulders that don't seem to pay you guys any mind, but you'd get the feeling they would notify Malicent that you guys are coming down. You descend down. Stop me at any point if you guys want to do something different. But otherwise, you guys descend down the stone staircase into a large cavernous chamber. Spider webs and spiders of varying sizes, from very, very tiny to baseball size to the size of a horse and carriage, scurry around the cavern. There's a massive pit in the center that descends downwards into who knows
Hey, one sec. The thing we've got, it banishes the thing to its home plane, is that right?
It banishes it from whatever the plane is that it's on forever.
To where?
Yeah, it would be to its home plane.
So we could all use that on each other and get out of here.
Yeah, but that's always been an option since we got banishment.
Freedom!
Sure, you guys could bail anytime you want, but then you just have to give up on your dreams of
My
stopping
dream
Voldrax's
has
plans.
been accomplished.
I was about to say, I think my dream's the only one still to go.
Yeah, we're all here for you. We've already established we're here so we can finally mourn you.
And to stop evil.
Well, yeah. but
Wait, I thought we were resurrecting evil so that we could then kill the evil.
I'm working on it, okay?
How else are you gonna stop it?
Exactly. It's in a book, and we can't hurt the book with regular swords or whatever.
Well, emerging from one of the unknown large tunnels down below, you see Malicent. Kind of her glowing golden eyes, the only thing that stands out from her form, which appears human. And she would give you guys kind of a half bow, half nod, and says, Ah, my champions, thank you for returning here. I've acquired this for you, and she pulls out the rod piece, and I understand you left it in the care of your allies, but I doubted their competence, so I decided it would be best if I took it into my own hands.
Is she giving it to us? Is that what
Yeah.
it looks like? I'll walk up and take it and say, "Oh, thank you. Yeah, we just didn't really want to kill the angel for it. And it seemed like that was going to be the only way at the time."
She just kind of nods. I understand. I think that I'll be keeping them here just so that they don't. Well, especially one of them seems very determined to guard over it himself. I don't think we want him causing any issues for you.
She does make a good point. That guy would probably try to take it from us by force. And would kill Cliff again.
Well, this time not bring him back, probably.
Probably.
Well, I agree on the one. He's I don't think he's healthy, but his brother has been nothing but an ally, and I think it would be best if we let him be. He hasn't been a problem at all. In fact, he's been most helpful.
Well, I think he'd be helpful to you. I don't think he likes me very much.
Why is that?
Well, I kidnapped him. Yeah, I don't think he'll appreciate that I kidnapped him. I think it leads to distrust.
That is true. Even still, though, I don't know. I would appreciate it if he were let free. We owe him that much for his leech, as much as we've helped him, or he's helped us.
Perhaps we could convince him to take his brother back to Mount Celestia.
We could try. I'm not necessarily opposed to just having them out of my hair, but I think Varian is particularly determined to stay here and fulfill his mission of resurrecting the tree, which of course I'm not opposed to, but I don't think he's going to be willing to work with me on such a thing.
Varian is not the issue, it is his brother who is insane.
Could try sending him back to Mount Celestia, although I'm not sure how welcome he'd be in his current state. He doesn't really fit their general clientele.
Is what she's saying there accurate? As far as I know.
It's possible if he's been given orders from the gods that he needs to defend the rod piece and he shows up without doing that, it could be an issue for him.
Hmm.
Speaking of which, while they're talking, I'm going to put the rod pieces together.
I want to kind of just look at the party and see if I can gauge what everyone's thinking.
My thoughts are, I wonder what the rod's going to do when I put this next piece on it.
Oh man, this would have been the perfect use of the spell, and I totally forgot about it. I'm gonna ask you, Thomas. How do you feel about a retroactive one of these as a ritual spell before we came in here?
I will remind you that Delver basically realized that was going on and forced his way into the telepathic bond. She might be able to do the same.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, never mind.
Is this thing on? Hello?
There you go, Marcus.
Thank you.
Oh, whoops, they're out of order.
I was about to say.
Here we go.
Wow, resistance to necrotic and radiant. That's cool. Oh, and regenerate once per day? Damn.
Too bad it doesn't function as a +2 quarterstaff.
Yeah, lame, terrible item.
It's supposed to say now. Not the word not.
I figured.
All right, well, now we don't have to worry about our limbs. They'll grow back. It's fine.
Start shoving your arms into every trapped hole you can find.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, look, a bag of devour.
Alicent, I have a question for you.
She just looks at you and nods.
Upon completing the rod, if we were allowed to allow the Celestials to rebuild the tree first, would this bother you?
Not at all. I'm not interested in Nanumas's spot in the divine hierarchy. You see, I do wish to ascend to godhood, and I think the rod could be instrumental in me doing that. But Havdal and Valnaria, the king and queen of the gods, have become rather sticklers on the number of deities. They think that there's far too many deities as is, and wouldn't want any new deities rising to power without any of the old ones being ousted. So my plan is to take my mother's spot on the pantheon by, well, killing seems like such a understatement for what it takes to remove a god from godhood, but I plan to usurp her spot on the pantheon and taking her domain over myself.
And if I recall, her mother is like basically Lolth, like nasty, evil, gross, icky spider lady.
Yep. I wouldn't claim to be a paragon of good, but, well, I certainly think that I would do a better job for the common person than she would.
See, that kind of throws a wrench in things, because if she is replacing a more evil god with herself and she's going to be less evil, then we don't really want to do what Umund wants. Right?
Sure, with a question mark at the end.
Assuming that she would actually be less evil and all that.
So where do we come out at with her and the Celestial Brothers, or at least the non-psycho one?
I think she said she'd be willing to free him.
She's willing to do it. She just thinks that they will be against her.
Let us free Varian and try to talk with him.
Well, if he does and gets himself captured, I mean, you can only do so much, you know.
Perhaps we can be a mediating presence.
I suppose, and she would release some webs nearby, and you watch as Varian falls out. He kind of looks around defensively, but then sees you guys here and relaxes just slightly. And he just kind of says, well, what have I missed? It seems to me that some negotiation has taken place.
Yes.
And what is the plan?
Alicent has told us that upon the completion of the rod, she is fine with you getting it first to restore the tree, if she can receive it afterwards to ascend to godhood.
kind of thinks about it over for a second, and says, "Yes, but the pantheon is set. It's something the gods have recently decided on, is that there's enough
He
gods."
wishes to replace her mother.
Will the rod even have enough power after you destroy the tree to grant her godhood?
The rod doesn't necessarily lose power. It's an artifact that draws on power from the world tree. So if the world tree's, still around, it will still maintain its power. But I guess my concern is that by playing in hand in the ousting of a god, that I would be derelict in my duties. You see, I might not personally have any issue with that, but I'm a servant of the divine, and if the divine wanted Quishoth to be ousted, she would be ousted already. I may not have a personal problem with it, but I still feel obligated by duty to prevent any upheavals or major changes in the pantheon without approval.
Do you know this is not Havdal's will? And by preventing it, you would be impeding it.
No, but I haven't had contact with Havdal in many lifetimes. I suspect that if this is what he wanted, he would have assigned some celestial or angel to assist in the goal, and we'd be made aware.
Perhaps he assigned me.
Has he?
He has not said as much, but he has spoken to me recently. And knows my position.
I suppose this is all things that we could figure out after the fact. Once we have the rod, I guess we can discuss what to do with it further, but my primary concern is that I don't want it falling into the wrong hands, and I'm not certain that's not the Lady Spider's. Not saying it is, but I'm not certain it isn't either.
We wish to give you the rod once we've completed it, so that you can restore the world tree. All we ask is that you give it back to us once that's completed. Can you agree to that much?
Thinks about it and says, "The rod belongs to the world tree. Once the world tree is reawakened, I think that it should be up to them what happens with the rod."
The world tree is sentient then.
Oh, yes, quite.
I'm gonna turn to Malicent and say,
What do you think the world tree would say about your proposal?
I don't know. We haven't really had any interaction.
Varian, can the world tree still be spoken to?
Not in its current state. Ever since the rod has been disassembled, the world tree's been silent. I'd imagining recreating the rod could allow us to reawaken it, and then we could speak to it about what the next steps are, which is my plan. So I couldn't promise you to return the rod to you. I would return the rod to the world tree as its rightful owner. And the world tree from there could decide what happens next.
It seems to me that if Malicent were to help us, and the world tree knew of this aid in its restoration, it might look more favorably towards her goals.
It's possible. I just can't say for certain. I don't know.
I want to try to judge the reaction on, is she making like a sour face at that, or is she like seriously considering it?
make an insight check.
Okay, I'm not very good. 22.
Hey.
She doesn't look super happy. She makes a little bit of a sour face, and she's like, well, if there is uncertainty once the world tree is awakened, then perhaps I should fulfill my purposes with the rod, and then it can be returned to the world tree. If we give it to the world tree, there's no certainty as to whether or not I get to fulfill my goals. Whereas if I fulfill my goals, I can always return it. And then the world tree can be awoken after, and then it's sort of a non-factor. Sorry, I have to be right back for like 1 second.
Okay.
Like, literally, I'll be back in like 1 minute.
What
Do
a
you just want
ten-
to take a quick like take 2 minute break, use the bathroom?
Yeah, let's
Sure.
call it a 5-minute break.
Yeah, that works.
You know what? Let's call it an 8-minute break.
You know, 7 minutes, 50 seconds.
You know what? How
10
about
minutes.
a
Do I hear 10
15-minute
minutes?
break?
15?
2-hour break.
2-hour break. Pick this up at midnight, everybody. What a tangled web we've woven. Ah.
Huh. Indeed.
Indubitably.
It's hard to know what's right here.
I don't think there is a right. It's all wrong. I'll be right back.
See, Theodore has kind of a sense of almost like he owes Maleficent a favor because Maleficent has given him a course to get to Volthrax to kill him when Theodore had basically given up all hope. So he feels indebted to her.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Sorry, guys, I'm back whenever.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I think Theodore is gonna take like a couple steps away, like mid conversation, and he's gonna like kneel down and close his eyes and try to ask Havdal if it's his will that Maleficent replace her mother. Maybe he won't get a response, maybe he will, but he's gonna do that. Hey Thomas, for the sense of power scaling, do we get the idea that Maleficent could have killed Varian if she wanted to whenever?
I mean, you guys fought with Mira, and you would imagine Varian is at a similar power level, so probably.
Okay.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Man, I don't know what to do here. You guys are gonna have to decide.
Well, I was telling the others I don't know who was here and who wasn't when I said it. Theodore feels indebted to Malecinth because Malecinth put him on the path to killing Volthrax again
Yeah.
when he had pretty much given up. So it's tricky for him because he feels indebted to her, but he also feels like he should probably be trusting the Celestial. So he's really kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. And he's going to take a step back from the conversation and try to pray to Havdal and see if he gets an answer. He probably won't, though.
I think Sean's slightly leaning towards going with Umman's plan. I don't know. Have a better feeling about him than Maleficent, but
Well, the other thing we hadn't factored in is that Maleficent is hot, and maybe she'll be my girlfriend if we do the thing.
dang!
Sure. Hot woman stand next to wheel. Maybe if I buy wheel, I get to have sex with hot woman too.
Exactly.
uh,
Never mind that her like true form is probably a spider.
So you're not a leg guy?
I'm not they're too
not
skinny.
that into legs.
Too skinny. I'm
The
not-
more the merrier.
I'm not that into legs, and I'm very much turned off by fangs.
Oh. But you loved fighting Abel so much.
I'm gonna love it again when I kill him for good finally.
Oh, it's gonna be great. The true climax of the campaign. And finally find that stupid coffin.
Holy shit! I got a response from Havdal. That's surprising.
Damn.
Is it cryptic though?
No. No, it's not.
How many words?
Kill now.
But what does the god of overpriced games want to know? Oh no, wait, sorry, that's Hasbro.
Yeah. Close. They're brothers, I think.
Theodore will return to the conversation and say,
Are we? Is Brian back? I think we're still waiting.
I know I'm back.
Oh, is everybody back?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think so.
I'll
Marcus?
return to the conversation and say,
Havdal has spoken to me. He has indicated to me that the manner of succession matters little, and that he is giving me the grounds to judge what I deem best in terms of succession between Maleficent and her mother.
So really, he doesn't really care that she ascends to godhood. They just don't want to add to the number of gods.
Correct. He insists that the structure be maintained. But as to who fills the void, he does not care.
Thomas, while he was doing that, can I have split off onto my own and sent a message to Umund and asked if he had a preference as to whether or not Maleficent would have replaced his mother versus just joining on her own? Does that change his opinion on the matter at all?
It's a good idea, Jay.
He would say, that he doesn't trust her level of ambition, and that even after reaching godhood, he doesn't trust her to come up with some scheme later.
But does he trust her mother more? Like, her mother is pure fucking evil.
Yeah, like as much as Maleficent might be against him, I'm sure he's probably had as many or if not more problems with her mother, right?
He'd say, me and Kushoth has always just stayed out of each other's ways. We don't really interact much. You know, I'd much rather trust the evil that's already been established that's not really bothering me than shaking things up. Things are just in a good place right now. I don't really see a reason to shake things up. There's always going to be evil gods, but we already have an evil god that's staying out of my business. Don't need to create a new evil god that might not stay out of my business.
Purely self-centered decision.
Yep.
Better the devil you know. That's the
Yeah.
saying I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, the devil you know versus the devil you don't. What's better than the devil you don't know? The devil you
The
do.
devil you do.
Yeah, the devil you do.
My voice
I
is
think
actually
deviled eggs are the
low
best
enough
devil.
that I almost sound like Raphael right now.
What a great character.
It's the best.
Hell.
Hell has its flaws.
I did a burp. So are you gonna convey that information in any way, Jay, or can you really?
Probably not in front of everybody, but what he told me, at least in my mind, didn't really change anything in terms of what we're doing here. So I'll relay it to you after, but it doesn't. It's not like I need to call everybody into a sidebar because I had some kind of, position altering insight.
The only other thing I would think is something I'm hesitant to do, and that's to ask Maleficent what she thinks of Umund.
No, I won't be doing that. You guys are welcome to, but as far as we know, she has no knowledge of this whole thing with Umund. Maybe she does, but I'm not going to invite that.
She hasn't certainly offered any information or any issues from her end. She hasn't vocalized them about Umund. I don't think she's even mentioned him.
No.
Did we mention him?
Maybe we mention him without bringing up specifically. We mentioned some of the things we did and say that Umund helped us and see if we get a reaction out of her. I don't know. Theodore wouldn't do that.
Look at these cool spears.
Just pull out this spear.
I found this spear. What do you think of it?
It says address to Maleficent. What do you think that means?
There's a sticky note. It says instructions to banish Malicent.
Alicent, I've never asked you, do you have any known enemies in this area or among the gods?
Well, I have, many enemies of my own in this area.
Who would be
Not-
chief among them?
Not too many in particular in this area, but certainly my lineage and my own ambitions have led some of the gods to be cold towards me, although I don't think I have any active enemies, but certainly some of them have shown a lack of appreciation for my ambitions.
Perhaps they are concerned your ambitions will not stop.
Perhaps.
Should
Right.
they be concerned?
I know some feel that I haven't done anything to earn anything within my ambitions. There are some that would say that by employing others, that I'm trying to slip into a position that I haven't taken any steps to earn.
Well, I think where Theodore's at is Havdal has told him he don't care, and Theodore feels like he owes Malicent. So I think that's where he's leaning.
Havdal's just thinking big picture.
Yeah. And Amund has done some favors for us, but never for free. He's always been getting something out of it. So I don't feel indebted.
Or even though I would say that anything that Malicent has done for us has also sort of come with a price, but all magic
for
comes
you-
with a price.
For you guys, yes. For Theodore, not really.
Yeah.
Rumpelstiltskin.
I would say that you guys would then not get your deal with Umend, which is an object from somewhere else in the Blue Veil, potentially, and
Yeah.
a conference with someone who can give you guys all the info you could ever want.
Right. Thank you for that. I had kind of forgotten what
Me
the
too.
deal that we had struck, which is very
Yeah,
important. Yeah.
Which is probably mostly a concern for Cliff, because
So yeah.
Maybe Malicent, if she were able to get her power, could offer the same. Who knows?
Is that true? We haven't really asked for anything directly from Malicent in exchange for helping elevate her to godhood. We maybe could strike a deal with her. Or attempt to. But we don't have to do that right now.
No, you could see if it's on the table at least, though.
What do you think, Cliff?
I'm just gonna ask her. I'm looking for this kind of information. Would you be willing to help me get some of that?
well, I could try. The only person that I could think to ask about that isn't a particularly large fan of mine.
Who would that be?
Yeah, I don't really think I'm supposed to share that information. It's kind of a
Dan-
long story.
Is she not supposed to share the information as to who it is, or not supposed to share the information that I'm asking for?
As to who it is.
Oh, okay. I don't really care where she gets it from if she's willing to share it.
I am familiar with a person from beyond the Blue Veil.
We have time if the story is long.
It's not that it's long. I think it would be frowned upon for me to share it. I think I would create an enemy where I perhaps don't have one yet.
Well, consider it. It would be a great deal to me, and we are doing a great deal for you.
Just thinks about it for a little while. Says, I really wish I could tell you more, but again, I would create an enemy that I don't want to create right now.
Well, I suppose we will have to seek this information elsewhere then.
Perhaps once we're concluded here, I could be in a Godhood is a better position to be making enemies than not Godhood. certainly be less concerned about making enemies if I'm a god.
So she's not trying to make enemies, and Amun doesn't give a fuck if he makes an enemy of her. And that definitely would, but it would also keep her, like, it would knock her down so she wasn't really a threat to him. Interesting. Again, assuming she's being honest, I'm guessing she's real good at lying.
Yeah.
Hard to know for sure, though.
Not saying this to sway you in either way or to say she is lying, but just because it's probably relevant to your characters and your characters would know this. Malicent's mother Quashoth is the goddess of lies.
Yeah.
Why would speaking about such a person make an enemy of them?
Well, it's just their personal information. I do know someone from beyond the Blue Veil, but I don't think they want it spread around that they're not from here.
And this person is a god.
Not completely clear. Maybe honorifically.
They are here in this plane.
They are.
Interesting.
Is their name Cliff?
No, he's Cliff.
Aaron thinks he knows, but there's no way Theodore could.
Tom thought he knew, but
I think
turns out he
both
was
things
wrong.
are true.
A simpler
Yeah.
request, though, than finding a person from beyond the veil is perhaps finding a magical artifact from beyond the veil. Is that something you might have?
It's not something I have, and I'm not even sure how I would get one.
Fair enough.
Would you be interested in telling this person of Cliff and his desires to meet, discuss?
I could try to reach out, I guess.
What do
No.
you think, Cliff?
I think I need to do whatever I need to do to get this information.
I want to insight check that and see if that means you're saying I should start sticking her with the. It's a 10. I'm probably not picking up on it.
Sticker with the pointy end.
Yeah. But I don't think Theodore's convinced he wants to do that.
I don't think any of us are convinced we want to do that.
Yeah.
Unless I'm just completely misreading.
Sorry to do what?
Whether
attack
to
Malison at this point.
to attack her and do what Amund wants, or to do what she wants. It's a tricky spot. we need to call Amund up after this and get a lie detector made so that we can just look at it every time. It's like a red light flashes every time she lies.
Hey, Omen, thanks for these spears, idiot, but that's not what we wanted.
What's her mother's name again?
Quashoth.
Quashoth? Quishoth.
Khuros Compendium.
Quashoth.
Pantheon.
So do we just put a pin in this and head north then, if we're not quite sure what we're going to do on this?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
You don't know what to do. The best thing to do is make an impulsive decision.
Of
Excellent.
course.
I stab her with a spear. Oh no.
I've got the spears.
Damn it!
I use catapult on the spears to stab her with them.
Nice.
I'm holding the spears.
Cliff shoots her with his
So?
pistol.
He catapults you and the spears.
So you
Spider
have this.
snakes.
So you have the spears out in the open, holding them in front of Millicent.
Cliff punches her in the face.
You mean Sean? And makes her into a pancake.
No, back of the head.
Okay, so here's the domain of Questshoth. She's a giant snake with legs and pincers of a spider. Her domain is both physical spider webs as well as webs weaved of deception and trickery. Followers of her are often assassins or mercenaries. Her methods are aggressive yet subtle. She often does not forgive failure. Those who continue to please her can expect to be richly rewarded. Are we not convinced? Are we convinced that Maliceth is not Quashoth herself?
I feel like Umund at least would have known.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Also, Halfdoll's like, yeah, I don't care. Nah, like, no. Because that is, But then again, the god may not rat out another god like that. Doesn't want to, like, intrude on their domain or something. I don't know.
Mm.
He also could have just not replied if that was a concern.
God snitches get God stitches.
Yeah, let's go to the Sunken City because I think we're kind of paralyzed at the moment.
Analysis.
Yeah. I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Hey Millicent, do you know anything about the sunken city? And the best way to get to it? Anything we want to find in there?
I'm aware that it's a sunken city filled with all types of cursed
Hogwen.
spirits. I'd recommend stocking up on any anti-specter materials or items that you have. Physical attacks will do little to them. The quickest way there would probably be to head past Still River and continue. Although getting beneath the waves is going to be its own challenge.
Do you know if there's like air in the city or if it's completely filled with water?
Oh, it is at the bottom of the sea, unfortunately.
Could have an air bubble around it.
I suppose.
I think Millicent should just go, no, it doesn't.
Shut up, idiot.
It could though.
Yeah,
It
but
was
it
sunken
doesn't.
on purpose by someone else. They could add some magical thing to make it have a bubble around it. Just saying, it's very possible.
You could speak to the Duragar on a nearby island. They create all types of vessels that travel beneath the water that may be useful to you, although they're not particularly friendly.
When will you reach out to this other creature from beyond the blue veil?
She would reveal that to you, by the way. She'd tell you that's where the Duragar are that make the seafaring vessel. Basically, she's describing submarines.
Yeah.
So that is an option. I should say I'll reach out to them as soon as we're done here. And if they are willing to do so, I'll just have them reach out to you directly.
Have we met this person before?
I would be shocked if you have.
I was about to start playing Guess Who.
Tim? No. George? No.
Do they have glasses? Does the name start with an A?
Do they have a beard?
I like when you're playing Guess Who with like vague descriptors, like, do they look like they fuck?
Do you think they grew up in a 2-income household or a 1-income household? Would you describe the look in their eyes as sorrowful?
Is this a broken person?
Are they okay?
Will you let us know if they reject your offer of reaching out to us?
Certainly. If you want to be in closer communication, I could always send one of my spiders to travel along with you. I would have offered before, but I didn't want you to think I was spying.
Are you spying?
Not really. I mean,
If you were spying, would you need a spider with us to do so?
I've never been particularly skilled at scrying or similar magics. But
It's an insight check on
That
that.
didn't answer the question.
You evasive bitch.
she just says, I prefer to see through the eyes of spiders, but there
Still
are
didn't answer the
spiders
question.
everywhere.
Still didn't answer the question.
I check in on you when you cross paths with a spider, but you're not
Still
always
didn't answer the
where
question.
spiders are.
Still
She
didn't answer the
kinda-
question.
She kinda did that time. Kinda.
Cliff, you cannot criticize people about not answering questions straight.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It takes a con man to know a con man.
Listen, I need to go to another dimension. I need to kill myself because he's trying to kill me.
And all the other me's.
Look, this one me is trying to kill me and all the other me's.
Well, I'm glad that we got all this information and no decisions were made.
Well,
And we decided to put a pin in it and run north.
No,
Yeah,
we
we
we decided not to attack Barlesith today. That is
That
a
is-
decision.
That is a decision. And you can always say you can.
To be fair, that's only because I couldn't reach the spears because armor's much taller than me.
And so
I don't know if you
but-
could hold him up to throw him.
So she's
That-
letting Varian go, but we're all in agreement that it's okay that Varian's brother stay snugly, safely tucked away for now.
As long as he's safe.
Is
Varian
Varian
doesn't.
okay
Varian
with that?
does not. Varian does not like it, but he realizes that you guys aren't going to make your decision based on what he wants.
Well, he
We would love
probably
nothing
also
more for him to
realizes
be
that his
free, but his brother is insane right now.
he probably also realizes that his brother free would be a serious problem for us and a hindrance to the world tree being restored.
Yeah, he's not happy about it, but there's not really any scenario here where he ends up happy. He's begrudgingly accepting of the situation.
Well, we can't make everyone happy, but as long as we can at least bring everyone
ourselves
to a
happy.
begrudging acceptance, then that's as good as I think we're gonna do.
You can't always get what you want.
You can't please everyone, but as long as I get what I want.
Exactly.
So as soon as we're done, she tries to reach out to the person, right? That's what she said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, she would reach out to them and just say they'll respond, I guess, when they've decided.
Stop out.
If they agree to meet with you, then they will reach out themselves.
So are we
they
going to
did-
Dreadmore then?
So they didn't reply to Maleficent at all?
No.
Interesting.
We're not gone yet.
No, but Maleficent contacted them.
Oh, should we head to the Dreadmore, or do we just want to try and go to the city without going there?
Oh, I think we go to the. Do we want to? I think we probably want to go to the Dreadmore, don't we?
Or you can find some other way to traverse the water.
Well, I mean, I can just sink to the bottom.
It's true.
Maybe. If the tide's strong enough, it'll throw you around everywhere.
I'm pretty heavy. I don't float.
The tide could still throw you around everywhere.
Yeah, but if I go out deep enough, I'll just sink to the bottom.
Yeah, but the Elder Brain Kraken's down there.
Yeah, whatever.
Man, you guys remember the
Smite
Elder
it.
Brain Kraken?
I'll smite it.
What a great idea for a monster.
I know.
I'm just so sick of Mind Flayers. Too much Mind Flayer content coming out from Wizards of the Coast at once.
It's gonna be awkward next campaign though when you realize that the big baddie again are mind flayers.
Again. Mind flayers again.
No, not more mind flayers.
As long as I never see another Sahag one, I'll be fine.
Oh,
I just want to
Mind
see
flayers, the
Thomas's character's brain get sucked out through his nose again.
It was pretty good.
the crit. 108 damage at like level 3.
I think it was higher than that.
Yeah, it might have been.
Level 5.
Yeah, it was level 5.
Still, it was.
I
like-
only know that because I watched it on the Rewind stream like a few weeks ago.
It was still more than double his hit points.
But you know, we were doing a Mind Flayer campaign while Baldur's Gate came out. And then since then Mind Flayers have just been all over.
Yeah, we knew about Mind Flayers before everyone else did, before they were cool.
Yeah, we did. You guys aren't nerds. If you knew the word Illithid, you were fucking cool. Now if you know the word Illithid, you're a fucking poser. You don't know what you're talking about.
The word to know now is Alhoon. If you want to be really cool, you know what an Alhoon is.
They're Mind Flayer liches.
Yeah, they are. So we're going to the Dreadmore?
I guess so.
Are we calling it there, or are we going to keep going?
Yeah, that's probably a good place to call it.
yeah.
Alright.
I gotta work in the morning anyways.
Yeah, and I'm exhausted. That's a great place to call it.
I'm a little tired, but I'm not exhausted, but I'm a little tired.
Did we get to level up?
Oh,
Come on, that was a very taxing conversation we had that was clearly worth a lot of experience.
We got another rod piece.
You guys leveled up like 2 sessions ago.
Yeah, but we
It's-
talked to that girl for like 15 minutes. That's clearly.
Come on, Thomas. We haven't
Hey,
leveled up
hey.
in like 6 months.
by Baldur's Gate rules, we got through the encounter without combat. We get the same amount of experience.
If we banish Maleficent, would we have leveled up?
No way to know.
Alright, let's go.
Sure,
We
there
go
is.
back, we attack her.
We whoop her ass and see if we get a level. And then we apologize after the fact when we don't.
I'm
Malice,
sorry.
if we want you to,
sorry,
Malice,
we're
if we want you
trying
to know
fun.
this is just for the experience.
For science.
This isn't personal.
This isn't personal. We just want to level up. And she's like, what?
Thomas, I would like to save the game before we attack Maleficent.
Yeah, quick save.
Listen, we're on your side. This has nothing to do with that.
Don't worry, we'll revert the save afterwards. We just want to know.
So How does everyone feel about it? I think we're pretty divided. I think Cliff is definitely leaning towards Amund. I'm definitely leaning towards Malison.
I'm pretty much on the fence.
I think Cliff is fine as long as he gets what he needs to get. If we find it somewhere else, it's all good. But as long as we're not outright taking it off the table, it's fine.
Well, yeah, and Theodore's not doing that.
I do kind of feel like Malison's dude who is actually from the other side of the Blue Veil is probably better than an item. I mean, granted, the dude himself won't get what we need for the spell, but
Well, they
the
might be
information
able
would
to
be-
provide that. If they're from the Blue Veil, it would make sense that they
Yeah.
have things with them from the Blue Veil, maybe.
But I mean, just the amount of information we could get would be probably rather invaluable.
I'm still
Also, it must be
waiting.
pretty powerful if Malisynth is like, I don't want to mess with them right now.
I'm still waiting to hit Flea at some point so we can ask if he has anything from beyond the Blue Veil.
Hey, should we just like patrol the road between Brightfold and like Inskirk or something?
It's like in Pokemon when
Trading.
you're trying to get like the encounters, you just walk back and forth in the tall
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah,
Yeah, just go out and roll around on the grass.
and it's like one of the ones where it's like a 1% chance Pokemon. Like
Damn it,
a,
another shiny hunting. You're looking for the shiny.
Yeah.
Well, you're either looking for the shiny or you're looking for. There's just like some of them that are just really fucking rare. Like I think Scyther was like a 5% chance to show up in the original Pokemon. So
Yeah, that sounds right.
For us to be, dang it, the vampire again.
God damn it, Abel, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Abel is the Bidoof of D&D.
Abel is the Pokemon you run away from, not because you're scared, but because you just don't have time.
Abel is Bidoof.
We put Abel in our PC.
So I have an interesting idea, an interesting challenge for what one of you other guys in a future campaign play pre-vampire human Abel.
Oh, God.
All right, boyos. I'm going to bed.
Good night.
Good night, friends. Catch you next week.
See you later.
Bye.
I sure hope that I don't become a vampire and then get beaten up over and over again by the same
Keep having these visions, and they're really disturbing.